It's hard sometimes, yeah, when we get the clients that come in and we're psychically tuned in. Maybe we're as healers in theta state and we're connected to their subconscious mind, and we see belief systems that maybe they're not open or willing to believe exists there, right? It feels like a resistance to, no, I don't believe that I'm not worthy, and how to handle that and how to explain that in a science of the mind kind of a way so that it makes sense to them. And so I'm going to take you through a little bit of that today to introduce you to this concept of overcompensation and how to relax your clients, how to get them to be open to the idea that the belief systems that you're tuning into in their subconscious mind are actually there so that they can release them, right? Because we can't release what we're not willing to believe exists. So the first part of this, the foundation of this concept, is that anything that triggers us emotionally is a full-blown representative that there's a part of us on the subconscious level that believes it's true. Yeah? So let's say someone says that I am, hi Jen, so good to see you. Let's say that that somebody calls me dumb. And it really, really triggers me. And let's say that I have all the physical proof, right? I graduated, summa cum laude or whatever that is. That's not the truth, but let's say that that's the case. Let's say that I graduated from Harvard and that I'm a lawyer, and this person's calling me dumb. So intellectually, it doesn't make sense, right? Because I have all the facts on paper that I'm not, right? But the fact that I'm emotionally triggered means that on some level, most likely the subconscious level, there is a part of me that believes that's true. Now, one of the reasons why we're not willing to tune into these belief systems is because they feel so shameful. Yeah, it feels shameful to believe those things about us, but also to believe that we believe those things about us. We're taught in this hyper pushing of happiness and constant bliss, this pushing of this trend in physical reality. We're kind of unconsciously taught to feel ashamed if we believe these poor things about ourselves. But unfortunately, that's exactly what's blocking us from healing, is our unwillingness to admit that those things exist. So again, the foundation of what I'm about to say is that, number one, whatever triggers you means that on some level that exists, right? Okay, so let's delve now deep into this overcompensation phenomena. So I had this client. I'm going to give you a subjective example, so follow along with me. I had this client and I gave her this exercise of going to talk with her loved ones. She went to talk with two different loved ones. One was her partner and one was a family member. And she was asked to interview them about her tendencies, for them to give her 3 positive aspects of her and for them to give her 3 negative aspects that they felt that she could work on, in essence. And so she came back to me. And she had all these lists of these answers that her family member and partner had given her in this interview. It turns out that day she had gone to work and been triggered by a coworker. And she said to me, goodness, I'm really triggered by this coworker. And I said, why? And she said, she's so apathetic. She doesn't feel me. She doesn't understand me. She has no compassion. And I said, okay, well, according to our spiritual practice, what does that mean? I said that you're judging her for that. She said, it means that there's a part of me that believes that I'm apathetic. I said, yes. And she said, but that's not true. She said, and I have all the evidence. Look at all these answers that I got from my family members who I interviewed. Like literally both of her family members, or the family member and the partner that she interviewed, both of them mentioned that her positive qualities included how empathic and sympathetic she was. She said, no, I have all the evidence. like even everybody around me believes that this is true. So I'm not apathetic. And I said, well, according to this practice, if there's a part of you that's triggered, that it means that there's a part of you that believes that's true. And then I explained to her this overcompensation phenomena, that if deep inside we feel that we're one thing, we externally overcompensate for that, especially if that belief system feels shameful, right? So I had her muscle test, and I said, I'm not disagreeing with you entirely, but let's muscle test. Let's see what your inner being feels. So she muscle tested, I am apathetic, and she got a yes. So she had been overcompensating her whole life by being extra sympathetic, extra empathic, for shame of feeling the way that she felt that she didn't care on a deeper level. Now, here's a really important part that your clients need to know. Super important part. It doesn't mean it's true. Yeah? It didn't mean, the fact that she had the belief system that she was apathetic didn't mean that she was. It just means that she had the belief that she was. And that's where you have to distinguish with your clients. No. The fact that you have the belief system that you're not worthy, it doesn't mean that you're not worthy. It means you have the belief that you're not worthy. Yeah? Think about the person at a business meeting that throws their credit card out almost every time, and tries to pay for everybody's drinks, right? The likelihood that that person on a subconscious level has the belief that they're cheap is very high because of this phenomena of overcompensation. Yeah? I used to, and I know you guys are going to think this is wild, especially for those of you who know me, I used to believe that I was the party pooper, like that I was super Debbie Downer, and that I never would let people have fun. And so I had that belief on the subconscious level. So of course I overcompensated for that constantly. By what? Being super fun, being super, energized and energetic, and letting people, basically for the most part, do whatever they wanted to do. And I even cut out my own boundaries in that case. But when I found that I hosted the belief that I wasn't fun, that I was the Debbie Downer, that's when I was able to realize how fun I actually was. And I was able to really revel in that. And I told one of my ex-partners about that. And I said, it's so crazy. Like, I just found this belief that I'm somebody that takes fun away from people, that doesn't let people have fun. And he started to laugh so hard. And he goes, you know why I'm laughing, right? And I said, yeah, I know. And he's like, why? And I said, because I'm a lot of fun. And he said, yeah. So once again, when you're speaking with your clients, explain to them that first idea, which is number one, if you're triggered by something, it means there's a part of you that believes it's true. Number two, it's highly likely that anything that you believe inside that you're ashamed of, you're overcompensating in physical reality. And number three, whatever is there, you don't have to identify with. It doesn't need to be true. And in fact, 10 times out of 10, it's not, if it feels wrong or bad to you. So to not identify with it and take that on. These belief systems could have come from scientifically proven in the DNA from your ancestors. These belief systems could have come from your environment. These belief systems could have come from a past life. You don't have to own them. It's just important to know that they're there, identify them, and release them. Yeah? I love you so much. You're doing so great at life. I'm going to post my YouTube channel below. If you're already on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe, set a reminder. It's just easier for you to search these videos, you know, if through YouTube versus Facebook. I'm sending so much love to you. You're amazing.